Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is on its way to an integrated tech and data-driven healthcare system. Heavy rainfall triggers flood in Meghalaya. Union Home Minister dials State Chief Minister, assures all possible help. More than 24 lakh people in Assam still reeling under floods. Chief Minister Sonowaal visits affected districts of Bongaigaon and Sirang. COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 68.57% in Manipur. In 3 districts, the rate is 100%. An early-stage human trial of Oxford University COVID-19 vaccine radiates a ray of hope. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Hansraj, and now the details. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said India is moving forward with the vision of a self-sufficient nation. The country is moving towards development of an integrated tech and data-driven healthcare system which is affordable and hassle-free. Interacting with IBM CEO Arvind Krishna on Monday, Modi said this is a great time to invest in India. Government is committed to ensuring that the technological shift towards work from home has been smooth. Talking about the impact of COVID on business culture, Modi said work from home is being adopted in a big way and the government is constantly working towards providing infrastructure, connectivity and a regulatory environment to ensure that the technological shift is smooth. The IBM CEO expressed the confidence in the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Krishna briefed the Prime Minister on the huge investment plans of IBM in India. Moving on to Northeast now, in Meghalaya, yet another flash flood hit Nongstoin in West Khasi Hills, triggered by heavy rains that lasted for several hours. Heavy downpours threw normal life out of gear in the area. Several houses and shops located near Nondin and Nonbah rivers have been damaged. Flash floods disrupted communication in Nongstoin Mokirwat Road and Nongstoin Riangdo Road, causing heavy traffic jam. Incidents of landslide were also reported in Nongstoin Moet Road and Nongstoin Mokirwat Road and in many parts of West Khasi Hills. One footbridge that connects the Moyang Lumstentiu village and Moyang Pindengri collapsed. The floods also caused heavy damage to the paddy fields in the area. Meanwhile, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has assured Meghalaya Chief Minister of every possible help to address the flood situation in the state. He spoke with Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today and took stock of the current situation. In a tweet, Shah condoled the loss of lives due to the floods in the state. He said the nation stands resolutely with the people of Meghalaya in these trying times. In Assam, over 24 lakh people are still reeling under the fury of flood in the state, though the situation has improved. Altogether, 87 persons have lost their lives. 48,000 displaced people are taking shelter at relief camps. Meanwhile, the Regional Meteorological Center, Guwahati, has again issued a red alert of heavy rainfall till tomorrow in Assam and Meghalaya region that may worsen the flood situation. On the other hand, Kaziranga National Park authorities have reported that 143 wild animals were rescued from the floods and 116 animals have lost their lives, that include 9 rhinos and 41 hog deer. 90% of the park is submerged. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowaal today visited the flood and erosion hit areas of Tulsizhara in Sirang district and Jamdaha, Bekar Chowk Bazar in Bongaigaon district. He assessed the devastations caused by River Ai. He also visited relief camps set up in 2 schools. Talking to the media during the visit, Sonowaal said the flood waters of River Ai have destroyed huge tracts of agricultural land in both Sirang and Bongaigaon districts. He said the state government will take prompt steps for finding lasting solutions to floods and erosion caused by River Ai. While Water Resources Minister Kekhop Mohanto and Tourism Minister Sandan Brahma accompanied the Chief Minister during his visit to Tulsizhara in Sirang, Food and Civil Supplies Minister Fani Bhushan Chaudhary was present at the time of his visit to Jamdaha in Bongaigaon.
যিখন কমিটি গঠন কৰা হৈছে এই কমিটিৰ প্ৰধান লক্ষ্যই হ'ব যে বিজ্ঞানসন্মতভাৱে গোটেই নদীসমূহৰ অধ্যয়ন কৰি এটা ডিটেইল প্ৰজেক্ট ৰিপৰ্ট প্ৰস্তুত কৰি ইয়াৰ স্থায়ী সমাধান উলিওৱা। গতিকে আগন্তুক দিনত এই বিষয়ত ভূটান চৰকাৰৰ সৈতেও ভাৰত চৰকাৰে আলোচনাত মিলিত হ'ব। কাৰণ আপোনালোকে সকলোৱে জানে অধিক সংখ্যক নদীয়ে পাহাৰৰ পৰা আহি ভৈয়ামত ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰত পৰিছে। গতিকে ফলত যিমান পৰিমাণৰ পানী সেই নদীসমূহে ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰত দিয়ে সেই
Briefing media in New Delhi today, the Health and Family Welfare Ministry said India has 837 cases per million. In comparison, this is lower than the global average. It said India registered 20.4 deaths per million. The ministry said the case fatality rate also declined to 2.43%, and 22 states and union territories have lower fatality rate than the national average. The National Center for Disease Control said a sero-prevalence study conducted in Delhi to understand the proportion of population exposed to corona infection shows that only 22.86% of the people are affected due to coronavirus. It said 77% of the population is still vulnerable.
33 times higher deaths per million population है। ये महत्वपूर्ण स्लाइड है क्योंकि हमारा ये मानना है कि जब हम कोविड से लड़ाई कर रहे हैं तो एग्रेसिव टेस्टिंग सबसे बड़ा हथियार है। और जैसा मैंने पहले भी आपको बताया था कि WHO के गाइडेंस नोट में ये कहा गया है कि एडिक्वेट टेस्टिंग तब होती है जबकि आप प्रतिदिन 140 टेस्ट प्रति 10 लाख पॉपुलेशन करें और इस दर को लंबे समय तक कायम रखें।
Meanwhile, the government today said a total of 7,24,578 people infected with COVID-19 have recovered in the country so far, and the recovery rate is 62.72% in India. And the case fatality rate continues to decline in the country and has come down to 2.43%. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that in a significant development, a record number of 24,491 people have recovered in the past 24 hours. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 4,02,529. A total of 37,148 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 11,55,191. In a single day, 587 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 28,084. In Assam, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma in a tweet has informed that 1,093 new COVID-19 positive cases have been detected in the state, of which 448 were from Guwahati city alone. Now the total number of cases in the state is 25,092 with 58 deaths. In Arunachal Pradesh, there are 790 total confirmed cases with 3 deaths reported. In Manipur, total confirmed cases is 1,925 with no death reported. In Meghalaya, total number of cases is 490 with 4 deaths. In Mizoram, the number is 297 with no casualty. In Nagaland, the number is 1,021 with 0 casualty. In Sikkim, the number of confirmed cases is 305 with 0 casualty. And in Tripura, the number is 3,079 with 7 deaths reported. In Manipur, even though the number of COVID-19 cases is on the rise, hopefully the recovery rate has reached the 68.57%, officials have said. According to a state health department communique, the recovery rates of COVID-19 cases in the districts of None, Farjol and Tengnopal have reached 100%. In latest on corona from across the world, the total number of active cases stands at 1,48,82,601 with 89,36,927 recoveries so far, and death toll crossing 6,14,000. United States still leads at 39,61,805 with total deaths numbering 1,43,864. In Brazil, the figure stands at 21,645 total cases with death toll at 80,251. Russia, which is at number 4, has 7,78,328 cases with fatality count at 12,580. The early stage human trial data of a COVID-19 vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University reveals that it is safe and induces immune response with mild side effects in some participants. The preliminary results of the phase 1-2 of the trial, published in the Lancet journal involving 1,107 people, show that the injection led to them making antibodies and T cells that can fight the coronavirus. Professor Andrew Pollard from the Oxford Research Group said the results are promising. The study showed 90% of involved people developed neutralizing antibodies after one dose. Only 10 people were given 2 doses and all of them produced neutralizing antibodies. And finally, the Consumer Protection Act 2019 has come into force. Briefing the media on Monday about the new law through a video conference in New Delhi, Union Consumer Affairs Minister Ram Vilas Paswan said the new act will empower consumers and help them protect their rights through its various notified rules and provisions. He said the act includes establishment of the Central Consumer Protection Authority, or CCPA, to promote, protect and enforce the rights of consumers. And in the news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is on its way to an integrated tech and data-driven healthcare system. Heavy rainfall triggers flood in Meghalaya. Union Home Minister dials State Chief Minister, assures all possible help. More than 24 lakh people in Assam still reeling under floods. Chief Minister Khunuwal visits affected districts of Bongaigaon and Sirang. COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 68.57% in Manipur. In 3 districts, the rate is 100%. And the early stage human trial of Oxford University COVID-19 vaccine radiates a ray of hope. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.